You're not stuck because you're lazy. You're not stuck because you lack talent, resources, or even discipline. You're stuck because you've been playing by the wrong rules that don't exist in the quantum field. Right now, there's a version of you that's already unstoppable. Not someday. Not when things finally line up. That version exists in frequency, not in theory. It's as real as the chair you're sitting on, and through the phenomenon of quantum entanglement, you're already connected to it. The problem isn't that this version is far away. The problem is that your nervous system, your thoughts, and your energy are still entangled with a version of you that hesitates, doubts, and delays. Think about it. Every cell in your body is broadcasting a signal. That signal isn't just your words or your intentions. It's the electromagnetic frequency generated by your emotions, your beliefs, your posture, your breath. And the quantum field responds to that frequency with absolute precision. This is why some people can work hard for years and see nothing change, while others make one shift, one decision, and watch their life reorganize almost overnight. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's coherence. The field doesn't need your grind. It needs your alignment. It needs every part of you, mind, body, energy, to be broadcasting the same signal. And when that happens, the field has no choice but to match you. But here's the catch. Most people try to fix their lives from the outside in. They hustle harder, push more, force themselves into action. Even when they discover manifestation, they repeat the same pattern, trying to visualize their way to a new life while staying wired to the old identity. Quantum entanglement changes that. It explains why you can't fake it until you make it, and why pretending to be confident won't shift your reality if your body is still in survival mode. The truth is, the field hears the tension in your jaw, the tightness in your chest, the way your breath shortens when you think about your dreams. Energy doesn't lie, and this is why you felt stuck, because your current state is tuned to the wrong version of you. But the moment you collapse the old identity and allow yourself to embody the frequency of the unstoppable version, everything changes. In this video, we're going to dismantle the myth that change takes time. We'll break down how quantum entanglement works in your favor and how to deliberately jump timelines into the version of you that already has the results you've been chasing. No wishing, no hoping, no waiting for someday. This is about recalibrating your state so deeply that the field responds instantly, because it has to. And the first step is not what you think. It's not about asking for more. It's about cutting the invisible thread that's keeping you tied to the stuck version of you and replacing it with an unshakable connection to the reality where you're already unstoppable. Before you can become unstoppable, you have to understand why you've been stuck. And it's not about bad habits or limiting beliefs in the way you've been told. It's deeper than mindset. It's biology. Your nervous system is the gatekeeper between you and the quantum field. It decides whether you stay in survival mode or open into creation mode. And here's the truth. If your body thinks it's unsafe to expand, it will keep you entangled with the version of you who plays small, even if your mind is screaming for change. Think about it. If your shoulders are tight, your breath is shallow, and your stomach is clenched, that's the signal the field receives. It's not hearing your affirmations. It's feeling your frequency. And survival mode broadcasts scarcity, danger, and contraction. Why does that matter? Because the quantum field mirrors you. Not the you in your vision board, the you that exists right now, in real time, in sensation, in emotion, in energy. If you're wired for fear, hesitation, or self-doubt, the field matches it with more experiences that keep you in that loop. This is why people sabotage their own breakthroughs. They start to rise, but their nervous system isn't calibrated for the new reality. It feels foreign, unsafe, unstable, so unconsciously, they jump back to what's familiar, even if it's painful. And here's the part that most manifestation advice skips. You can't force your way out of this. You can't just think harder, work longer, or visualize more vividly. Because as long as your state is incoherent, as long as your mind, emotions, and body are broadcasting different frequencies, the field receives static, not a clear signal. Quantum. Entanglement works on resonance. Two systems, two versions of you, become linked at the energetic level. Right now, you're entangled with your current identity. That identity has its own posture, its own breath, its own chemical balance, its own way of interpreting reality. If you want to shift timelines, you don't beg the field for a new life. You broadcast a new signal by being the version of you that's already living it. And that means your nervous system must believe it's safe to be there. The good news? This is not a lifelong process. You can recalibrate faster than you think, because your body's chemistry can shift in seconds, your breath can deepen in moments, and your electromagnetic field responds instantly. But here's where most people miss the jump. They wait for external proof before they shift internally. They want the evidence first. Yet in the quantum field, the evidence comes after the shift. The field isn't reacting to what you have. It's responding to who you are. So if you've been waiting for the right time, the right sign, the right opportunity, stop. Because the field is only ever reading the frequency you're sending right now. And the moment you change that frequency, you change the reality you're entangled with. So, how do you cut the invisible thread that's been holding you in place? Not by fighting it, not by pushing against the old version of you. Because what you resist, you reinforce. The key is to collapse the old identity. And collapsing doesn't mean destroying. It means withdrawing energy from it. Your old self can't survive without your attention, your emotion, your belief. The moment you stop feeding it, it begins to dissolve. Picture this. Two versions of you standing side by side in the quantum field. One is weighed down, shoulders slumped, eyes tired, breath shallow. This is the stuck version. The other stands tall, breathing fully, eyes alive, radiating a calm certainty that pulls life toward them. Both exist. Both are real. And you are entangled with one of them right now. Every thought you repeat, every emotion you rehearse, every way you move your body, these are the threads weaving your entanglement. Change them, and you begin to rethread your connection. Here's the shift most people never make. Instead of trying to become that unstoppable version someday, you step into it now before the evidence shows up. You breathe like them. You move like them. You make decisions as if you already are them. And the field has no choice but to match that signal. This isn't pretending. It's not a performance. It's coherence. It's aligning your mind, your nervous system, and your electromagnetic field so they're broadcasting one unified message. This is who I am now. And here's where the nervous system comes back in. If your body feels unsafe in that new state, it will pull you back. That's why the first quantum jump is always internal. It's a recalibration of safety. You show your body, through breath and presence, that it's okay to expand, to hold more, to receive more. Try this. The next time you feel yourself slipping into the stuck identity, pause, drop your shoulders. Take a slow, deep breath into your belly. Exhale fully. Feel the weight leaving your chest. In that moment, you've already shifted your frequency. And that tiny shift is the first cut in the old thread. Because here's the truth. Quantum entanglement doesn't care how big your leap is. It cares about the clarity of your signal. A 1-degree shift in your frequency today can entangle you with a completely different timeline tomorrow. In the next step, we're going to take this even deeper, moving from a single moment of alignment into a sustained state that makes being unstoppable your default setting. No effort, no force, just the natural byproduct of living in resonance with the version of you who already made it. A single moment of alignment can change everything, but only if you know how to stabilize it. Because here's what happens for most people. They get a glimpse of the unstoppable version of themselves, feel the surge of possibility, and then life happens. An email, a bill, an old trigger. And in seconds, they're back in the old frequency, re-entangled with the stuck identity. Why? Because they never stabilized the jump. Quantum jumping isn't about one big leap and then coasting forever. It's about moving into a new vibrational state and holding it long enough for the field to reorganize around you. If you collapse back too quickly, the field mirrors the regression, not the breakthrough dot. So how do you hold the jump? You anchor it in your nervous system. Remember, your body decides whether a state is safe to maintain. If the new frequency feels too different, too expansive, too unknown, your survival wiring will try to pull you back to what it recognizes. Here's where most people misunderstand discipline. It's not about forcing yourself to think positive. It's about consistently returning to the frequency you've chosen, over and over, until it becomes your default. Not through pressure, but through repetition of state. You do this by saturating your day with micro moments of coherence, breath resets, posture shifts, pauses to feel your future self in real time. Tiny adjustments that keep your signal clean. Think of it like tuning a guitar string. The moment it slips out of tune, you adjust, not with frustration, but with precision. Every adjustment sends the same message to the field. This is my frequency. This is who I am. And something extraordinary happens when you stabilize. Reality stops testing you. The triggers that once pulled you back lose their power. Opportunities that used to feel out of reach show up naturally. Not because the field suddenly started working, but because you finally stopped switching stations. Remember, quantum entanglement doesn't respond to occasional bursts of alignment. It responds to sustained resonance. It's not asking for perfection, just enough consistency for the new identity to become more familiar than the old one. When that happens, the stuck version of you fades not because you beat it, but because you simply stopped feeding it. Your energy, your focus, your belief now belong to the unstoppable version. And in the quantum field, whatever you feed grows. In the next section, we'll go into the science of why this works, how your electromagnetic field updates in real time, and why every coherent state you hold literally restructures the probabilities that surround you. This isn't abstract. It's measurable. And once you see how the field responds to you on a physical level, you'll never go back to chasing change from the outside. Again, let's strip away the mystery for a moment. What you call energy isn't some vague, invisible concept. It's measurable. It's physics. Your heart produces an electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond your body. Your brain produces its own field. And when those two are in sync, when your mind and emotions are coherent, that field becomes stronger, more organized, and more precise. This is where neuroscience meets the quantum field. Your nervous system is constantly reading your environment and sending signals to your body. Those signals shape your chemistry, hormones, neurotransmitters, electrical impulses. That chemistry shapes your state. And your state determines the frequency you broadcast. When you're in survival mode, tight muscles, rapid heartbeat, shallow breathing, your field becomes erratic. It's broadcasting threat, and the quantum field mirrors that with situations, people, and outcomes that match the signal. Not because the universe is punishing you, but because resonance is how energy interacts. When you shift into coherence, slow, steady breath, open posture, emotions like gratitude or certainty, your brain waves slow, your heart rhythm stabilizes, and your electromagnetic field becomes highly ordered. In that state, the field around you receives a clear, powerful signal. And here's the key. The quantum field isn't responding to what you say you want. It's responding to the signature you're actually broadcasting. This is why identity collapse works so fast. The moment you stop running the old survival patterns, your nervous system recalibrates, your chemistry changes, and your field updates instantly. You don't have to wait for the external world to catch up. It's already rearranging itself in response to your new signal. And this isn't just theory. Studies using EEGs and heart coherence monitors have shown that when people enter sustained states of coherence, their brain and heart rhythms synchronize in measurable ways. They make better decisions. They perceive more opportunities. They experience what feels like luck, but is really a shift in available probabilities. In the language of quantum physics, you're entangled with certain outcomes, certain timelines, because your signal matches them. Change the signal, and you change the set of probabilities available to you. Some drop away. Others light up, ready to be observed, activated, lived. Is what harnessing quantum entanglement really means. You're not forcing reality to bend to your will. You're tuning yourself to the reality that already exists and letting the field do what it's wired to do. Match you perfectly. In the next section, we're going to map out exactly how to use this in your daily life. Not as a temporary practice, but as the foundation of who you are, so that being unstoppable isn't a high you reach for. It's simply your baseline. So how do you turn this from theory into reality? How do you shift from knowing about quantum entanglement to living it every single day? It starts with a decision, not a wish, not a hope. A decision to operate as the version of you who already has the results you're chasing. That means your mornings don't begin with checking your phone, reacting to the world, and getting pulled back into the old identity. They begin with signal calibration. Here's the framework: 3 daily shifts. Miss one, and you'll feel the drag of the old self trying to pull you back. Hit all 3, and your state will lock in faster than you think possible. Shift 1. Breath and body alignment. Before you touch a single task, bring your body into coherence. Slow inhale through the nose for 5 seconds. Hold for 5, exhale for 5. Do this for 3 minutes. Why? Because your nervous system is the antenna. If it's scrambled, your broadcast is scrambled. This isn't meditation, it's signal engineering. Shift 2. Identity lock-in. Ask yourself one question. If I were already living that reality, how would I feel in my body right now? Not what you would do, not what you would say. How would you feel? Let that feeling flood you, and then hold it until it becomes physical. Your muscles relax, your breathing deepens, your heart rate steadies. That is the frequency of the you're stepping into. Shift 3. Micro decisions in alignment throughout your day. Every choice is a fork in the timeline. What you eat, the way you respond to a text, whether you speak up in a meeting or stay silent. These are signals. Ask yourself, which choice belongs to the unstoppable version of me? Make that choice. Every time you do, you collapse the old identity and reinforce the new one in the quantum field. This isn't about being perfect. It's about building momentum. Every time you choose in alignment, you're stacking probability in your favor. And once momentum kicks in, your external world begins to reorganize at a pace that will shock you. You'll notice different people showing up, opportunities appearing that you didn't work for, obstacles dissolving without a fight. It will feel supernatural, but it's actually the most natural thing in the world, because your signal and your reality are finally a match. In the next section, we're going to dismantle the last big lie that keeps people stuck, the belief that they have to earn or deserve the life they want. Once you drop this, you'll see why manifestation has nothing to do with worthiness and everything to do with resonance. Here's the last trap, the one that has silently sabotaged millions of people without them even realizing it. The idea that you have to earn your dream life, that there's some cosmic scoreboard tracking how hard you've worked, how many hours you've sacrificed, or how many lessons you've learned before you can finally deserve what you want. It sounds reasonable. It even feels noble. But in the quantum field, it's completely irrelevant. The field doesn't operate on morality. It doesn't reward suffering or delay blessings until you've struggled enough. It responds to one thing only: resonance. Think of it like a radio station. You can be the kindest, most hard-working person alive, but if you're tuned to the wrong frequency, you won't hear the music. Not because you're unworthy, but because that's simply not how the physics work. This is why some people seem to get lucky over and over. They're not luckier than you. They're simply operating on the frequency of their desires. And so the field mirrors it back without hesitation. Worthiness is a human concept. Resonance is a universal law. And here's the dangerous part. If you believe you have to earn it, you will unconsciously create delays, sabotage opportunities, and even reject what you've asked for, because deep down you'll feel it's not time yet. So here's the upgrade. You are already entangled with the version of you that has everything you desire. There is nothing to earn, nothing to prove, and nothing to justify. Your only job is to match its frequency, not in the future, not after. You've healed, but now, this is the identity collapse we've been talking about. The moment you stop chasing worthiness and start embodying resonance, you'll watch the field reorganize in ways that make you wonder why you ever believed you had to wait. Because the truth is, you were never waiting on the universe. The universe has been waiting on you. In the final section, we're going to bring all of this together. The science, the shifts, the truth about resonance, and I'll walk you through the exact mindset to carry into the next 24 hours so that this isn't just another inspiring video you watch, but the turning point that rewrites your life. And here's the truth you can't ignore. The universe is not punishing you. It's not withholding your breakthrough like some cruel game. It's simply mirroring the signal you're broadcasting. And if that signal is tangled in old patterns, the field will keep reflecting those same realities back to you. But the moment you change the broadcast, not just in your mind, not just in your affirmations, but deep in your nervous system, in the way your body holds energy, everything around you has to shift. It's physics. It's law. You are not here to endlessly repair the past. You are here to choose, to stand in the middle of what was and declare what will be, to align your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy so precisely that the field cannot tell the difference between your vision and reality. And then, reality has no choice but to match it. So today, as you leave this space, remember, the quantum field is listening, not to your words, not to your wishes, but to the truth your entire being is radiating. And that truth is a choice you can make right now. Breathe into it. Feel it in your chest. Let it echo in every cell. And watch how the universe rearranges itself to meet you exactly